So we're going to start with Mama Bear right here. We're going to start with her head. So we're going to start by drawing an ear, which is just going to be kind of like the letter N, a lowercase n. And remember, we're doing one line at a time. From there, on the right side of that ear, we're going to draw kind of a line that's curved down a little bit. All right, 2 ears. So we need to draw another ear. We're going to draw another N on the other side of that line. From there, we're going to draw the side of her head or her cheeks. So they're going to be kind of like wide C's. So we're going to have like a stretched out wide C on the left side of the head. And on the right side of the head, we're going to have a stretched out wide C facing the other way. So it's going to be a backward C. From there, Mom Bear needs a chin. So we're going to kind of connect.
Wait for me, please.
Okay. So now we're going to draw the nose. Her nose isn't going to go in the middle of her head, but off to the side a little. So I think about right here. And all that nose is an oval, a sideways oval. So while I was waiting, I added some fur. And now we have our oval for the nose. From that oval, we are going to make her snout. So that's going to be coming from the right side of her nose. We're going to kind of draw a line straight down. And from there, we're going to curve it up and to the left. Like that. Finish her mouth. So from the corner, so this line, the left side of that line, we're going to go down at an angle. And we're going to curve it up and meet it about halfway on that line, that first line that we just drew. So now it looks like her mouth is open, like she's talking to Little Bear. We're going to add a tongue inside the mouth. So a tongue, I'll show you a trick for a tongue. So I'm going to draw it a little bigger so we can see it a little better. For a tongue, all you have to do are draw 2 lines. So it goes 1 and 2. See how simple that was? There's 2 lines. Remember, we're just doing 1 line at a time. So 1 and 2. And then if you like to, you can kind of color in above the tongue so it'll make it look like her mouth is open and you can see, so she looks more 3D. She looks like she's there standing in front of you. All right, from there, we're going to do the top of her snout. So we're going to go back to that nose, and on the right side of the nose,
Mommy,
we're going to draw a line diagonally up. So from the top of this snout, we're just going to draw kind of like an S, a stretched out S, from the top of the snout to the corner of her grin. We're going to draw half circles on each side of her snout, like so. And it's okay if yours doesn't look like mine. This is my second time drawing it, and it doesn't look exactly like the first time I drew it, and that's fine. I'm just going to draw half circles. Within those half circles, I drew half circles within my half circles to give her pupils. And then I'm just going to color those in to make those look a little more real, like she's standing right in front of us. We're going to draw C shapes. One's going to be pointing to the left, and one's going to be pointing to the right. And see how that, again, makes her look 3D, like she's right in front of us all. And then eyebrows. And those are just tiny little lines right above her eyes. So from her left cheek, this side,
Okay.
we're going to draw a line pointed down to the left. All right, from that line, we're going to continue that line, but we're going to angle it a little more down, like this. We're going to make her elbow. And I know elbows are pointy, but we're going to make this kind of a line because it's going to make her look a little more 3D, like she's standing in front of us. So just one more line. From the end of that line we just made, we're going to make another line curved up, like so. We're going to draw a dot just to kind of map out where we want the inside of her arm. So this is what we're going to be drawing next, this top line. And I'm going to draw 2 dots to kind of work as guides where I want it. So I'm going to have a dot right here because this is where the inside of her arm I want. And then I'm going to write another dot about just below her chin right here. From there, we're going to draw a really stretched out S like this.
A weird snakish.
Yeah.
Ah.
And that's going to create her arm. And actually, I'm going to stretch my S out a little more because I'm not quite looking how that looks. So I'm just going to stretch it out just a little more. Like so. And now on the top of that line, so towards the left side, we're going to add just a little bump there, and that's going to make it look like the fold in her dress. So we're just going to draw a line in between those 2 lines we just drew. All right, so from that pointed down line that we just made, we're going to make that into a triangle. And then we're going to do that 3 more times. So we're going to point the line down, make it a triangle. Point the line down, make it a triangle. And we're going to do that. So we have 4 fingers. And those fingers are actually claws because remember, this is a mama bear. We're going to connect that sleeve to that last finger we drew. So all you have to do is just draw a line connecting them. Go to the top part of her palm, right up here. And we're just going to draw 1 more triangle. So on the right side of her cheek, we're going to draw a line that curves and goes almost straight down. From the left side, so her left shoulder, we're going to draw 2 lines angled down, like so. On that bottom line that we just made, we're going to make that line a little longer. A line straight up and down. From the top line that we just drew, this one right here, we are going to draw a sideways L. So it's going to go off to the right, and then we're going to curve it straight up. We need to draw the other strap of her apron. That one's just going to go straight down from her shoulder. Like that. All right, so from that line that we just drew, we're going to draw a backwards curved L. So that doesn't make sense. Watch real quick. We're going to go down and curve to the left. And then we're going to continue that line over to Mama Bear's arm that we drew. We're going to draw one side of the skirt from her left arm. It's going to go straight down, like so. And then we need to draw the right side of the skirt. So it's going to go, and I could kind of curve it a little, like so. So now we need to connect those 2 lines we just made. And we're going to make it a little squiggly to make it look like her skirt is flowing, like it's hanging down. So we're going to go to the left side of her skirt. When they're talking, we're going to copy this line that we did on the bottom. So I'm going to follow the same squiggle that I made on the bottom. So we're just going to go back to her bust, the bottom of her bust, and we're just going to, again, mimic that line that's already drawn there, just like this. We're going to go to the left side of her chest, and we're going to draw one small line underneath that top line that we made for the arm. And from that line,
Video thingy.
we're going to move that up. We're going to curve that up. All right, and we need to draw the top of her sleeve. So we're just going to connect those to close that shape. We're going to add one more detail, just like we did to this arm right here, to make that that fold in her fabric in her arm. We're going to do it again right here, and that's just going to be a small one. Now we're going to go to the hand. So on the top of her wrist right here, we're going to draw a backwards L again, just like this. It's going to kind of be stretched out and backward. So we're going to do the bottom of her hand now. So on the bottom of her wrist, we're going to draw a line that curves up just a little, like that. All right. Now we're going to draw her thumb on this hand. So we're just going to draw a line. So we're making another triangle from that bottom line we just drew right there. From that thumb, we're going to draw a line going up. And from that line, we're going to draw another triangle. And we're going to do this 4 times total to give her all the fingers. And we're going to start again by drawing his ears. So I'm going to start almost right next to her hand here. And we're going to start by drawing the N shapes. So we're going to start with one ear shaped like an N. And from that, we're going to draw a line going to the right, like so. And then we're going to draw another N shape for his other ear, because bears have 2 ears. From there, we are going to draw his cheeks. So we're going to start on the left side. From the bottom of that ear, we are going to curve it. So from there, on the right side, this one's going to be a little different. We're going to draw like a stretched out 3. And now we need to draw his chin. So we're just going to connect those lines right there. All right, we're going to start with the nose again. So the nose isn't going to go right in the middle. We're going to move off to the side. And our nose is just a sideways oval. All right, from there, we're going to do the snout again. So we're going to do a line right down from the right of his nose. And then we are going to draw a big smile. We are going to draw a line down and straight up. So it's going to be kind of like a U shape. All right, we're going to draw that tongue again. Remember, there are 2 lines to make that tongue. It goes 1 and a 2. Like 2 little hills. Like Cat in the Hat hills. So we're going to go 1 and 2. And that top spot we can color in. All right, now we need to do the top of his snout. So from the right side of his nose, we're going to draw a line up, like so. And then we're going to connect the top of his snout with the bottom of his snout with a stretched out S shape, like we did for Mama Bear. And now we're going to draw the eyeballs. So bears have 2 eyeballs. We're going to draw those half circles. And then those half circles within the half circles. And I'm going to have him looking up at his mama. We're going to start with his left arm, and from his left cheek, we are going to draw a curvy line pointing down, just like this. We're going to draw his chest fur right here, this fluffy oval. So if all you can draw is an oval, that's fine. We can start with an oval. So from the left side of his face, we're going to curve it down. And then we're going to curve it back up for it to touch the right side of his face. And if you would like to, you can add in some fur, just like that. So lines and triangles. We're going to draw a line angled down. So from the bottom of that arm, we're going to draw a flat line, a short flat line, straight across, right here. And then now we need to draw one right up and down. Or not right up and down, we're going to angle it to the left a little like that. Now we need to draw the top of his arm. So we're just going to go from that top line where that top line ends. We're going to make that into like an upside down T almost. But the T, we're going to curve the top part of it. So like this. And now we're going to work on his hands. So from the top of that line we just drew, we are going to draw a V coming from there. So from that V, we're going to draw a line up angled up to the left. And then we're going to make that into another upside down V. And we're going to do that again 3 times. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh. And then again, we're going to go up, down. So now he has 4 fingers and a thumb. And on the last of that 4 fingers, we're going to continue that down and make an L. Like that. From that line right here, we're going to continue down and we're going to swoosh it off to the left, just a little like that. So we're going to continue that line down to the right. We're going to swoosh down the other way now. Now from the bottom of our oval, this chest that we made, we're going to draw a line pointed down to the left. And that's going to make the bottom of his thigh. And a little bit up a ways from the end of that line, we're going to draw a line down to the left. So it looks kind of like a T right here. So we're going to connect both sides. So we're going to connect it with a Nike swoosh. Nike swoosh, just like that. From the bottom of that oval, we are going to draw a line pointed to the right. And from that line, we're going to point it, draw another line pointing down, almost straight up and down. And then we are going to draw the bottom of his foot. And the bottom of his foot is just an oval. So like we did with the nose for a sideways oval, we're going to draw the bottom of his foot as a sideways oval. Like so. And I'm just, if you want to, you can just kind of fill that in and make it look like it's in shadow to give him like a 3D look, like he's standing right in front of you. All right, and we're going to give him a top of a foot now. So we're going to draw a small curved line just above that oval. So it's going to look like this. And then we're going to connect that curved line to the oval. And that's going to make his first toe, his big toe. Just under that toe we made, we're going to draw 2 triangles. Zoom in a little bit. So I drew 2 triangles just under. We're going to go back to that oval for his chest. And just above his right leg that we were drawing, we're going to draw a line pointed out and curving down. We're going to curve that line down all the way to the top of his foot. We're going to draw the top line first. So it's going to come from his right cheek. We're going to angle that down. And we're going to continue that line. We're going to draw another line and angle that one a little more down. Now we're going to draw the bottom of that arm.
The bottom?
Yeah. So we're going to go back to that oval. And we're going to draw a line going almost straight out from it. A short line, a very small line. Straight out. And we're going to continue that line by drawing another diagonal line down. It's going to be a W, a lowercase w. So it's going to connect them.
Okay, W way.
Right here. I felt they needed something that they were bonding over. And I thought maybe, okay, my little bear's jumping up and my mama bear's reaching out for something. What if they were looking at a butterfly? And these butterflies are really easy. What you do for this one is you draw a 3. Okay, normal 3, like a letter 3 or number 3. All right.
Or odd shape B.
Draw a line in the middle. So yeah, you're making a B. And then the other side, we're just going to draw a backwards 3. So again, we're going to play shadow. We're going to do the opposite of what that one's doing. And now you can add little quotation marks or commas on each side to make it look like she's flapping her wings.